Guys, I am so happy to be back here again today. And today we are talking about something really, really, really important. And that is, we're talking about behaviors, the things we do in life, how we respond to situations, circumstances, and to other people. Is that something that we do because we have learned to do it because of healthy behaviors? Or is it something that we learn to do because of pain? Like, things that have hurt us in life. So we react, behave, and respond out of pain. And that's what we're talking about today. And we're also going to be playing an amazing game, and it's called Hitting Hurt or Healthy. Okay, so, and we're talking about our behavior. So, for instance, I'm going to read a question out loud. If that question is something that you think a person is doing because it's healthy, you're going to answer that question. And then I'm going to let you know if you're right to have said healthy or hidden hurt, okay? Because in life, we do things because of hurt, but sometimes we do things because it's healthy. So we want to make sure during this life that we understand the reason for our behaviors. We want to know, is what we're doing growing us, or is it something we're doing because we're running from something? So yes, it's important that we look at our behaviors. And sometimes we have no idea that we are behaving, responding, or acting in painful ways, or because of things that might have happened from our past. And we mentioned the word, childhood trauma and things like that, but everything that we experience that may cause us to behave out of pain or within pain doesn't necessarily have to come from a childhood, by the way. It could be something that happens in your adulthood or your teenage years, or when you are whatever age is what I'm saying. It doesn't matter the age. Trauma happens, okay? So I don't want to just always focus on, oh, this happened when I was a kid. Honey, things happen to us at any age. And that's why it's important for us to be aware of these things. Let me see who's with us right now. Let me check and see. I see we have 5 people here with us right now, and that's amazing. If you guys could say hello, let me see who's in the room. We have Aaron. Hey, Aaron. I always wear this since I've been doing my lives, believe it or not, and I get compliments on it, and I want to thank you. Aaron, you are so amazing. And we have Glenn, and I always know you're going to say hello, Glenn. Thank you so much for being here today. You are so supportive. And let's see who else is in the room. Who else do we have here? Okay, I have 6 people. If you don't want to say hello, that's fine. That's fine. Just knowing you're here supporting me is amazing. Guys, before we really get into it again, I'm going to go over everything that I said earlier. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, we're going to be playing the game today. So I want you guys to go ahead and hit those hearts for me right quick to let people know that I am on this live right now, so that, YouTube will send more people to watch, because what we're talking about today is very, very, very important. We're talking about hidden hurt, and it may look backwards because I'm holding it up, or we're talking about healthy behaviors, how we behave in life, how we respond in life. And I'm going to give y'all an example. Let's see who else we have here. Hello, Julia. Thank you for coming in. You said hello. I sure appreciate that. You guys tap that. And I have HD. I'm just going to call you HD. I don't know what that stands for, but is that Antoinette? Antoinette, is that you? If that's you, say it to me, because I don't know who HD is. And hello, John. How are you? You boat race, even though your hair is 28. I don't know what that means, but that's fine too. But hello, John. Okay. That's okay. Harisha. Hello, Harisha. Hello. Thanks for joining us, guys. So yeah, we're gonna get started on this game, but I want to give y'all an example, because I don't want you to think that just because I read a question out means that you have some hidden pain. That's not what this is about. Each individual behaves in certain ways for certain reasons. So it doesn't mean you have some type of childhood trauma or you have adult trauma. It just means take a look at it and see why you do it, okay? That's the whole thing here, is awareness. So can y'all type awareness in the comments for me to understand? Let me understand that y'all understand that this is strictly for awareness. And if you need additional help because you say, I think I'm holding on to some hurt and pain that I don't know how to let go and I need to address it. I'm Gwendolyn Shores, by the way. I am a transformational coach. I am the CEO of Minds Above Matters. I am an award winning inspirational speaker. And I don't know if I mentioned transformational coach because that's what I am. That's my purpose. That's what I love to do. I can help guide you into your greatness, help you get over obstacles, and I would love to do that. So if you're interested in something like that, please just leave me a comment. I'll go back and read the comments after this, and I'll be so happy to help you with anything that you need help with. I am also the author of the best self-help book out there, and that is the book Get Beat to Get Better, which you can find on Amazon, guys. So I want to give y'all an example. Let's see here. I'm looking at let's see, awareness. Thank you, guys. You have a lovely smile. Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much. Let's say, for instance, you work 12-hour shifts. You work a lot of hours at work. Now, I could ask you, for instance, let's just play a sample. Working a 12-hour shift, always being at work, doing more than you would normally do, okay? Is that healthy behavior or is that hit and hurt? What would y'all guess? Just guess it. I want to make sure y'all know how to play the game. So again, you work a lot of hours at work. Is that healthy behavior or is that hit and hurt? What would you guys say? Thank you, guys. Keep hitting those hearts and let me get an answer so I can know that you all understand. If just one person answers, then I'll know and we'll move on to the rest of this live, okay? So that you guys can get answers and understand why you behave. Because, honey, your why is everything. You ever heard that? The why. You know, the why is connected to tenacity. The why is connected to if you need help in some areas of your life or not. Knowing your why is so major. Let's see here. So we got healthy. Thank you so much. And we have Justin in the house. Hello, Justin. Thank you so much for answering that. And we have Julia. She says hidden hurt. We have Aaron who says hidden hurt. And y'all tap those hearts. Thank you, guys. Now I'm going to give you guys the answer here. And everyone is correct because that's what I want to tell you. Just because you hear me read out a question doesn't mean necessarily that you have an issue. Everybody has a reason as to why they do it. And your why is up for you to figure out, okay? I'll ask the questions. I'll give my opinions. But you sit back and you look at that. Even if I say it's hurt, even if I say it's healthy, you look into that because that's not for me to make a snap decision from a live, okay? This is a live. I'm not here to diagnose anyone, okay? And hello, Sunshine. Thank you so much for joining me, sweetheart. I'm so glad you're here. Again, if you work 12-hour shifts, it could mean that you're just simply trying to do better in your career, or it could mean that you are trying to pay some extra bills or take an extra vacation. So yeah, it could mean that. So for those of y'all who said that it was healthy, you're right. And for those of you who said that it was unhealthy, it could be unhealthy. And the reason why is because maybe you are trying to avoid going home. Have you all ever known someone who just never wants to go home? They'll work overtime. They'll go shop in stores. They'll go visit everybody, any and everything except to go home because maybe there's someone waiting at home that's toxic. Maybe there's someone that's waiting at home that's an alcoholic, that's abusive in different type of ways. And that could be one of the reasons that someone would avoid going home. Do y'all agree with that? And Julia said yes, yes, yes. Okay. So we are getting ready to get started. And y'all, please try and remember to hit those hearts for me. And I see we got more people in here, and I'm so glad to have each and every one of you. I'm going to look down occasionally to say hello to people who newly joined, and I'm also going to be looking at your answers. I'm going to be paying really close attention to your answers, by the way. So let's get started. All right, the first question. Drum roll, please, guys. We get ready to get started, guys. Hello, we have Gwendolyn Suttles in the house. Hello, Gwendolyn. Thanks for joining. We have Pakistan in the house. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You're beautiful too, Pakistan. Thank you so much. Okay, Justin gave me those drum rolls, so we're getting ready to get started, y'all. And I'm going to go and tally this up and see how many people got it right later on. I'm going to go back and look and see how many you got right or wrong. And I'm I'm really going to check on you guys. So the first question is, someone texts K, just simple K. You get a text message that says K, and you instantly wonder if they're upset. Have you ever experienced that? Somebody just said K, you text them something, and the answer back was K. Is that a hidden hurt, or is that a healthy response for you to feel that way? It's 11. Oh, no, 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 no. First, y'all, let me explain it to you again. You're going to either text, you're going to put in the comments that what I'm reading out to you is either a healthy hurt. Sorry, it's healthy to respond or think that way, or you're going to put in there that's hidden hurt. That's something that they're trying to hide, something they've been through, something that they learned from going through trauma or pain of some sort throughout their lifetime, okay? And almost like is it negative or positive? Is it, we're trying to answer that. So the answer is, in the remarks, you're going to type in hidden hurt because someone's been hurt and that's why they respond that way. Or you're going to type in is healthy, okay? So the question is, someone texts K to a text message and you instantly start to wonder, I wonder if they're upset. So what would you guys say? I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes to answer that. Oh, she said 11 people. Prashana came in kind of late, so I thought she didn't understand the rules of the game. So thank you for clearing that up for me, Hollister. Thank you so much, guys. Now let me get an answer. We got hidden hurt, hidden hurt. Okay, so here we go. The answer is, for those of you who said hidden hurt, you are right. Because look, that is a trigger. That's what that is. When you see someone just say K, you don't know what that means. And for you to assume something negative, more than likely is because you've had a lot of experiences with people who respond negative to things that, you've been through in the past. So you want to always make sure that when someone sends you a text message, remember, you cannot decide what they're feeling, how they're saying it, their emotions behind it. So the best thing you can do there is keep communication going. Even if you have to say, hey, you mean okay in a good way, or are you upset, or are you okay? You can even ask them. Or what I like to do is, if they're available, I'll just pick up the phone and I'll be like, girl, what are you talking about? What are we doing? What do you mean, Kay? And then I can feel and understand where they're coming from. So that's a healthy way to deal with that if you're having an issue doing that, okay? You can't assume, you are so right. You're so right, Hollister. You cannot assume that. And friend Sean says awareness. That is right. You have to be aware of what people are feeling, and you have to ask. Communication is everything, guys. And a lot of people don't communicate. So if you are one of those people who don't like to communicate, you need to take out the time to get better at that and work on that, okay? And the next question, you guys ready? You guys ready? If somebody unfollows you and then refollows you later, are you pretending you didn't notice? Or are you noticing it? So let's say, for instance, you pretend you don't notice. Is that healthy or unhealthy to pretend you didn't see it? Hello, Think Tank. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Okay, guys, we have unhealthy from friend Sean. So yeah, somebody unfollowed you and then they followed you back. And so let me change that. Are you pretending you didn't notice it? Are you going to pretend you didn't notice that? Let me hear y'all tell me that first. If that happened to you personally, let's see. If someone followed you and unfollowed you, will you pretend you didn't see it, or will you respond to it? What would you do? And we got someone healthy, we got a different, it depends on who it is. It depends on who it is. You guys are so funny. It depends on who it is. Okay, all right. So let's just play like it's someone that you are involved with in a relationship, and you all are on bad terms, and they've blocked you, and now they've unfollowed you, and now they're following you back. And it's someone you've hit, or a cousin that y'all had an argument in the past about, and you notice that they're no longer following you. Do you ignore that, or do you just go on by your business? When you follow, I gain another follower. Okay. Oh, I'm gone. He gone for sure. Gwen ignores it. Okay. And guys, that one can go either way. Believe it or not, that could go either way. And like you said, the best thing y'all did was ask me who it was and why. And that's the thing, because that says everything, because you know what that person has done to you or what you've done to that person. And if that unfollowing following back is that some type of toxic situation going on where they're sending signals to you, because people respond when they're angry with you in that manner, they may follow you and unfollow you. And sometimes it can simply be a mistake, okay? Because myself, I've seen people who have had double Facebook pages where someone's stolen their Facebook page and I accidentally unfollow them, because I think that's the fake page versus the real page. So it could be different reasons. So yes, that can go either way, guys. Great answers, great answers. Julia says, I'll notice. Oh, she'll notice. Okay. Now let's go to the next one. Let's say you wait a little before replying because you're irritated. So someone sends you a text message and you wait a while. Is that a healthy behavior, or is that a hidden pain, a hidden hurt? Again, you wait a little before replying because you're irritated by someone. Is that healthy or unhealthy? Okay, Gwen says it's healthy. Friend Sean says healthy. We got two healthies. Hollister says healthy. Guys, you all got it right. That is very healthy, because when you pause, you can, one, think before you react, and you can choose your words. And that's always good. Now that's a healthy mindset. So for those of you who said healthy, that's good. You should always pause before you react to something. So great answer, guys. Kudos. I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you guys for answering that one. So let's go to the next one. Oh, I bet this has happened to a lot of you guys. You get this phone call. No, you see this person, okay? And they say, you can be at work, you can be at school, you can just be in the grocery store, and they see you and they say, we need to talk. We need to talk. Do you get nervous from hearing that? And if you do, is it healthy, or is it a hidden hurt when you feel that nervousness from someone saying, we need to talk? Hey, Scarlett. I love you, sweetheart. Scarlett is my granddaughter. She said, hello, I love you. She's 4 years old, and I love her so much, and she loves pink, guys. She loves pink. So, hey, Scarlett. So let's see again. The question was, you feel nervous when someone says we need to talk. We have a hidden hurt. We have a hidden hurt. What's it? Ba. My grandson's learning to talk, and a lot of things he says is ba. So tell Wolf I said hello too. Okay, so that feeling is activating, it's triggering something in you. And so the people who said that that would be hurt, hidden hurt, you're right. That's hidden hurt. If you start to feel funny just because someone says we need to talk, one, you might have done something and you know you've done something. It also could be guilt, okay? Guilt is a form of hidden hurt. So you might have been doing something and you think they figured it out. And you're like, oh my gosh, they know. So yeah, if you're feeling that you need to check on what you've done, or you need to figure out why you feel that way. Because a lot of times when you feel that way, you know you've done something you ain't had no business doing. Do y'all agree with that? Let's see here. Friend Sean says, for me, it's normally the first thing you said. What do you mean by that, Friend Sean? The first thing I said. Let me catch up with what your thoughts are. I'm going to come back and read what you say, Friend Sean, if you're typing right now. We're going to do that. Guys, how was your day today? Did anything exciting happen in your lives today? I want to hear about it. And I want to thank y'all again for coming into this live. And for those of you who just joined, we are talking about those things that either grow us or those things that we run away from when it comes to our behaviors, how we respond to certain things. Do we respond to things because it's a healthy behavior, or are we responding to things because of something that hurt us in our past? And it's important that we look at that, because we want to live lives that are full of peace and growth. Okay, so it's important that we look at the things we're doing in life, if they're unhealthy, so that we can change them, so that we can have the best life we could possibly have, a healthy life, a peaceful life, a life full of growth. Okay, so those things that are unhealthy, we will consider those to be obstacles, and we want to get over obstacles, honey. We don't want to stay below an obstacle or on an obstacle. We got to go above that. And I know without a doubt that each and every one of you guys that are on this live has the ability to overcome any and everything that tries to hold us down. Yes, you guys can. And so can I. Let's see here. We got Julia said it was productive, got a lot done today. Good, Julia, good. And we have Donald. Hey, Donald. Kangaroo Zodiac breaks down the automatic. Okay, 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 okay. All right. Thanks for sharing that, Donald. You know, anything you feel and what you want to say, this is a free space to be who you are, no judgment. I might not understand what you're saying right now. If you want to elaborate on that a little bit more, you can. And someone else that's reading it may understand exactly where you're coming from. But for me right now, I'm not that person, but I'm going to look a little bit deeper into that if you go ahead and explain yourself to me a little more, because I want to understand you, because you matter, Donald. And then we have Justin, who said, I did nothing, which was the all right, Justin, not bad. And friend Sean says she's going to explain the thing earlier that I asked her about. She says, like when I used to steal Twinkies. I can't with you guys. Hold on. Friend Sean, I'm sorry. You used to steal Twinkies, and they called me in the room to ask what happened. I just knew, but I still lied. Friend Sean, you know, I get you. I get you. I have been caught stealing snacks from the house myself when I was younger, and I knew my parents knew it was me. I used to love sugar water. Ooh, I love me some sugar water, and I love me some white bread with butter and sugar on it. And I would leave sugar all over the kitchen. Not only would I leave sugar all over the kitchen, I would eat so much sugar that the sugar would be disappearing. And my mom would be like, who ate all the sugar, or who put all this sugar out? And I was really addicted to sugar water. And I would always say it wasn't me. It wasn't me. But when she would call me to ask me if it was me, I would get so nervous. So yeah, that would have been a hidden hurt, a hidden hurt. And, you know, I don't think I suffer anything today from that sugar incident, but who knows? Maybe one of these questions tonight is going to make me go, wow, I'm hiding pain because of those moments. Not per se the sugar itself, but the trauma that came from me hiding and lying, you know, so maybe I could be overly cautious or with the truth. Who knows? You never know what comes from something that you suffered from. Okay. Let's see. Here we got Julia. Okay. Lord. Hey, Michaela. Yes, I used to drink sugar water. Okay. Let's go with another question, guys. And thank you guys for being here. Okay. Uh, the next question. Somebody is kind to you. Okay. And you secretly wonder, why they being so nice to me? How many of y'all have ever experienced that? Come on now. Let me get a me. Let me hit it. Let me see, read some me's in the comment. Has someone ever been so kind to you that you go, why they being so kind to me? Y'all ever experienced that? Okay, Sunshine heads, Julia heads. So the question is that a hidden pain? Okay, Michaela, or is that healthy? That someone's being nice to you and you question it? What would y'all say? Okay, Hollister says hidden pain, hidden hurt. Let's see what else y'all say. We got a friend Sean that says it's healthy. What else we got here? Let's see. Anybody? Let me get two more answers. We got hidden hurt from Julia. Okay, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and answer that. Now, the answer to that one would be, you ready? See how many of y'all got that right. That's hidden hurt. That's hidden hurt right there. And to me, I want to let you know what that is. That is trust issues. That could be a trust issue. And I'm saying could be. You might want to look into that. If every time someone's doing something nice to you, majority of the time you're wondering why they're doing it, and that's a person who hasn't done anything mean to you in the past and they've been nice to you, yeah, you might want to look into that. And that may be something you want to let go of. You might want to say, you know what, it's okay for people to do nice things for me. And maybe in the past, people had a hidden agenda. And so maybe you grew up, or maybe it was something that happened when you were an adult. I'm not going to say everything happens from childhood. Some things happen as an adult. Maybe you experienced a lot of times where people were being kind to you and they had a hidden agenda. You need to look into that and say, wait a minute, how many times often am I feeling this way? Start paying attention to it. Say, okay, this is one time I did this and it turned out good. This is the second time it turned out good. This is the third time. Then you have to say, wait a minute, that's 3 times I assumed that someone was doing something kind for me without a good reason, or I found myself thinking about why are they doing it. I questioned it. If you're doing that, then you need to stop and question yourself as to why you're doing that. And you might want to work on that behavior and change that behavior, change your mindset, the way you think and behave when it comes to people doing kind gestures for you, okay? Okay, good answer, guys. You did great. Let me see you guys hit those hearts for me. Keep hitting those hearts for me. And I am so enjoying this. And the purpose of this right here is for you to grow. It's for you to grow and understand that if you're behaving in certain manners or certain ways, that it could be holding you back from things in life that's going to help you get ahead. And that's the important thing here. I want for you to be able to grow in this world, okay? To rise, to achieve, to let go of things that might have hurt you. You never know. This may lead to you saying, hey, wait a minute, I remember certain things and that's why I'm doing certain things in my life. And I need to let that go because that's holding me back, okay? Because a healthy habit brings peace, but a hidden hurt protects pain. And we are not here to protect pain any longer, guys. So let's go to the next one. Here you go. Have you ever practiced what you were doing? I'm sorry, have you ever practiced what you were going to say before one simple phone call? So for instance, you're getting ready to make a phone call, or a phone call is going to be coming to you that you know of, and you sit there and you practice over and over and over again what you're going to say. Is that healthy, or is that a hidden pain? What would you guys say? Hey, Shane, thank you for being here. And I'm so glad you're growing. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad you love it so much. So, guys, is that healthy? Again, you keep going over and over and over what you're going to say before a phone call happens. And this could be from a job interview. It could be about a relationship. Somebody's getting ready to call you, that you are interested in, or maybe it could just be a family member. They're going to call you to talk to you about something. But before they call you, you're just going over everything. You're making notes. Oh, I'm going to say this. I'm going to do this. Let's play out this scenario. Is that healthy or unhealthy? Hey, Tia, how are you? I'm so glad you joined in. Okay, guys, this is amazing. Thank you guys for supporting me tonight. I'm so happy to have you guys here. So, I want to know, have you ever practiced what you were going to say before one simple phone call? And we had some healthies. We had healthy. Okay, and guess what, guys? That's one of the questions that could go either way. There's nothing wrong with preparing for what you're going to have to face. But sometimes we can go overboard sometimes. And I found myself doing that. And that's another reason I'm doing lives, and I love lives. And I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I'm going to stay transparent as possible with you guys, okay? Lives were difficult for me. And I have a lot of knowledge, but I start to second guess that sometimes. And I don't know if you all do that. You do a good job at something. You know information, but you start overdoing things and it starts to stress you out. I guess it's sometimes you don't believe in yourself enough to know that you can speak or handle things without all of this preparation that's not even needed. So pay attention to that, guys. Pay attention to who you are. When you're intelligent, creative, caring, when these are your personality traits, and you've seen yourself do these things or behave this way over and over again, and people tell you that that's who you are. They say things like, you're so smart. Oh, you know so much. Oh, wow, you're so talented. Oh, I love the way you painted that, honey. If you painted it beautiful and you know how to paint, if you're in any form of work that you do great, or maybe you sing amazing. I've seen people who just sing amazing, and you ask them to sing, they be like, no, I don't want to sing in front of people, I don't sound that good. But they do, and it's been proven. But yet they constantly question themselves. So be careful about you questioning yourself. Start to realize who you are, and that's what we call belief. And I mentioned my book earlier, which is Get Beat to Get Better. Well, I mentioned it on the last live, and I'm going to mention it this live as well. I have a book. It's called Get Beat to Get Better. That book helps you to build your belief in yourself. So if you need to build up your belief because you just noticed from this question that maybe you have weak self-belief, or maybe it's not strong enough, or maybe it's not where you want it to be, get that book, Get Beat to Get Better, on Amazon, because it's going to help you build that belief up in yourself, guys. And if that book is not enough, then again, I'm a transformational coach, and I would love to help you build your beliefs so that you can believe in yourself the way other people see you, because it matters. I always say on my podcast, Win with Gwen, I always say, I believe in you 101%. But what's important is that you believe in you 101%. And until you do, you can borrow my belief in you. And I mean that, because you guys are amazing. You guys are talented. You are creative. You are intelligent. You are caring. You are loving. You are so many wonderful things. But what does it mean if you don't believe it? So yeah, start believing in yourselves more, guys. So let's go to the next question, okay? Let's see how many people get this right. Y'all hit them hearts for me. Come on, tap, 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 tap. I don't see no hearts, y'all. I don't see any hearts, guys. I don't see any hearts. Okay, I see some. Come on, y'all. Feel this. Come on, let's do this now, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Tap, 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 tap. Thanks, guys. Okay, let's see. I want to see everybody in here answer this one. You ask, are we okay? Instead of pretending, instead of wondering. You ask your friend, your partner, your coworkers. You literally look them in their eyes in a situation that you're not sure of when it comes to how they're feeling. You ask them, "Are you okay?" Is that healthy to ask people if they're okay because you're wondering something? Or is that unhealthy to ask people if they're okay because you're wondering something? Is that healthy, guys? Julia Murkison, thank you. You said healthy. Let me see two more people answer. We got Franchan who says that's healthy. Give me one more answer, guys. Let's see if you all can get this right this time. What do you guys think? Okay, Michaela said healthy. And let me tell y'all what the answer is. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready? Justin said hidden hurt. I think he probably thinks it because of the way I'm saying, are you ready? That y'all got it wrong. Y'all think Justin got it wrong? If y'all think Justin is right or wrong, type in the comments right or type in the comments wrong. What do y'all think Justin is? Is Justin right or is Justin wrong, guys? Let me see what y'all think about Justin's answer, because we had 3 healthy and we got 1 hidden hurt. Okay, Michaela says Justin is wrong. What do you think? Let's see. Sean say Justin wrong. Give me one more. Julia said Justin wrong, and Julia's laughing. She sent an emoji at you, Justin. Okay. The answer is healthy. You guys got it right. Justin. Boom. You got it wrong. But it's okay. It's okay. Okay. All right. Sean says sorry, cuz. Okay, so, and the reason that is because clear communication prevents false stories in your head. It's because if you don't ask, then you have to build those stories up in your head that goes, I think something wrong with them. And not only do you build the story that states that there's something wrong with them or not, you fill in all the blanks as to what's actually going on with that person. And you can't see what's going on in their heads. That's not healthy. Never assume. And you know what? There's an old a saying that when you assume, you make something out of me and you. I think I know, but I'm not going to say it because I don't use profanity. But I think those of you who are familiar with that phrase know. And if you know that phrase, type it in so people can see it. But yeah, you can't assume anything about anybody's thoughts, okay? Now, so here we go. If somebody changes their tone, do you notice it right away? And is that a hidden pain or is that healthy? Someone changes their tone and you notice it right away. Okay, friend Sean, what's understood don't have to be explained. Okay. What's understood does not have to be explained. Okay, Justin, both y'all saying it. Okay, okay. So guys, that's the question. Someone changes their tone and you notice it right away. Is that healthy, guys? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all what that one is. That's gonna be actually a hidden hurt. And the reason why that is hidden, guys, is because people who learn to scan moods often notices tones quickly. In other words, that's a person who has seen people or been around people who are moody, who switches back and forth. And that could be traumatic to someone to have to live around people who do that. For instance, maybe you grew up with a parent who said, you know, hey, we're going to go to the park. And then all of a sudden, go sit down. We're not going to no park no more. And you consistently see that type of behavior. So yeah, now when somebody changes their tone, you gonna notice it quicker than somebody else. Somebody else who hasn't, had to deal with that type of trauma or toxic behavior, they aren't gonna notice it. They may just go on by their business while a person is changing on them. They might not even notice it. So yeah, if you're noticing that, more than likely you have had a lot of experience with people like that. And when we have a lot of experiences like that, yes, we can be holding on to unhealthy behaviors and things like that. So I would say that. The next question, you guys ready? You explain your bad behavior to people. So let's say, for instance, you pick into people's plates. I just thought that one up. Somebody has a plate on the table and you pick into their plate and you grab their food all the time. And you go, well, I do that. Now that doesn't mean something wrong with you if you eat off plates, because you pick on people, you eat people's food like you're real greedy or you like to taste people's food all the time. That doesn't mean something's wrong with you. I'm just using this for an example. So, and then you say, well, I'm sorry, when I was a kid, I didn't get a lot of food. We were hungry all the time. So that's why I pick in people's plate. And then you do something, somebody else do something else, some type of behavior, and then they explain it. Is it healthy to do things and explain why you do it? Is that healthy? Okay, she says that's a hidden hurt. And Julie, you're right. That is hidden hurt. And let me explain something to you. You shouldn't do things because of what you've experienced that was negative, toxic, or hurtful. You need to fix that. You don't get a pass to do negative things or odd things to people because you were hurt or because you experienced certain negative things in your past. So that irritates people, believe it or not, and people aren't comfortable with that. So if you find yourself going through life doing things and then saying, oh, I do that because of such and such a girl or a man, don't worry about that. I grew up a certain way. You need to really address that, okay? Because that is a hidden hurt. So yes, address that. And Julia says, amen. Yes, yes. Thank you so much for that. Amen, Julia. Okay, here we go. And let me tell you something. When you sit back and look at what you're doing and why you're doing it, and I told you your why is everything. When you get to see the reason why you might be doing certain things, and don't let everything stop at these questions. Take a look at some of the behaviors that you personally see yourself do that you do it like in a habit. You find yourself doing it over and over again. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Because once you ask yourself why, you can get to the root cause. And when you get to the root cause of things, That's when the healing begins. That's when you can begin to heal, guys. So it's important that you find your why so you can get to your roots so that you can get to your healing. And when I say healing, that just means changing old behaviors. Old behaviors that are being held in your subconscious. You don't even, you know how your heart just beats by itself, even when you don't think about it? Y'all know that your heart just beats by itself without you thinking about it? You ever been going to work or going to the store and you just lose track of time, you forget that you were driving and somehow you end up right where you need to be? Have y'all ever did that before? Have you ever just looked up and boom, you were where you needed to be without even thinking? That's that subconscious mind. And that's what I'm talking about. So you're behaving and doing things because of your past that you don't even know are unhealthy. And that's why we're talking about this today. What behaviors are you doing automatically that are unhealthy that you didn't even recognize, that maybe even holding you back or hurting other people or making people uncomfortable? So we're taking a look at those things. And again, not everything that I call out means it's unhealthy and that you need to change it. But you do need to look into it and make sure and find out the why. And if the why is something negative, then you find out the root cause of it and then you find out a way to heal from it. Okay, guys? Right, okay. I got you, friend Sean. You said you meant hidden. So we're going to go ahead with another question because I'm enjoying this. And I hope that this is bringing some light into your life to make you think about how you behave in life, okay? Because you know what? I found one thing that people do. You ever been around a strong person and they're not okay? But if you ask them if they're okay, they always say, I'm okay. They say, I'm okay. Are you one of those strong people that no matter what, you put on a fake smile? You help other people even when you can't even help yourself and you're down, but you're playing the strong person? That person, if you're that person, you need to ask if that behavior is hidden hurt or if that behavior is healthy. And I'll tell you right now, playing the strong one when you need help, that's not healthy. If that's you, take a look into that. Find out why you're doing that. What caused that? And then you begin to heal from that, okay? It's very important that you do that. Michaela says all the time, Michaela, that's something you need to look into, and that's just my opinion. I'm not saying something's wrong with you, but I ain't saying something's right, okay, baby? You look into that. Jealous, jealous that I'm number one, by the way. Justin, don't you be nerd. Don't you be jealous of Kayla. Okay, so here we go. You stay quiet because speaking up feels exhausting. Like somebody is saying something and it ain't right, or you got an opinion, but you just being quiet because you feel exhausted. You don't want to answer anymore, so you just quiet. You just quiet. You just quiet. You don't even say nothing when something's going wrong in the room. You just sit back and you quiet. Is that unhealthy, guys? Or is that a hidden hurt? What would y'all say? We got unhealthy from Julia. Unhealthy from Julia. Friend Sean says that's hidden. Okay. So that's hidden hurt. Okay. So guys, let me tell you what that means. Let me find my question. Okay. The reason why that could be an issue is because you feel like no one listens to you anyway. A lot of times when you don't respond and you're quiet and everybody in the room is talking and they're sharing their opinions, their ideas, their facts, and all of that, you just sit there. You could be that person in the room that figures that your opinion doesn't matter, or you could second guess yourself to say, you know what, I'm probably going to be wrong, so I'm not going to say anything. But honey, let me tell you something. I always say this. You can't learn what's right or get smarter if you're afraid to say the wrong thing. Saying the wrong thing is how we grow. My teacher used to always tell me, there are no wrong answers. You ever heard that there are no wrong answers? Yeah, everybody matters when they have something to say, and your voice matters, and you need to understand. We back to that belief. You need to believe in your voice, whether it's wrong or not. You have the right to speak up and learn from your words, or express your words and let somebody learn from your words. Either way, communication again is important, whether you're right or wrong. It's not about what you say, honey. It's about how you say it. So your voice matters. You don't have to be the loudest, most ignorant person in the room. And I don't know who I'm talking to right now, but if you used to being the loudest and ignorant person in the room, that's a whole nother level of talking. I'm talking about the person that speaks properly to other people. And if you're going to speak properly to other people, whether you're right or wrong, your voice matters, okay? So speak up and either learn or educate someone with your words, because you are a powerful person, baby. And you deserve to grow, and you deserve to help others with your knowledge, okay? So don't sit in the room and be silent. Participate, okay, guys? Everyone wants to be heard, feel heard, and sing. Julia, you are so right. And that's the point we're trying to make here tonight. Speak up, okay? Speak up. Here's a good question, guys. Have you ever laughed first just to hide that something bothered you? Have you ever laughed to hide that something bothered you? Is that healthy, or is that hidden pain, guys? Y'all all better chime in on this one, because I know y'all know the answer to this. Let's see if I can get everybody to have the same answer, the right answer this time. Let's see if we can do that. Is that, okay, so Friend Sean, you're saying that it's healthy when you laugh first just to hide that something bothered you. Friend Sean has healthy. Justin says healthy. Julia says she does it all the time. Anybody else want to comment on that? I'm going to look for one more answer, then I'm going to give y'all the answer. As a matter of fact, let's swap this around. Do y'all think that Friend Sean, Justin, and Julia are right? Tell me, let me see a yes or let me see a no. Do you think that they're right? Do you think that their answer is right? Let me see somebody tell me, are they right or not? Almost like another way of taking a deep breath. Justin's trying to explain his answer. Justin said, y'all not going to say he wrong this time. Okay, guys. I'm so sad right now because every last one of y'all are wrong. That's hidden hurt. And Friend Sean said, yes, because words are powerful and it's best to laugh sometimes. You can't come from it, so just laugh. Okay, so y'all agree with that? And hey, that's your opinion and it could be right, but I'm telling you that that's wrong. And the reason I say that is because humor protects pain in those situations. Humor protects pain. Have you all ever heard a comedian who gets on stage and they talk about all the things that's painful in their life? And they'll tell you that most of the things they talk about come from pain. People hide. Have you ever been around a person, and I've been around a person that laughs all the time because they're uncomfortable. They don't feel like they matter in the room. And that's that person usually that's sitting next to you. And every time they laugh, they come and hit you. Pow! Pow! They tear your arm up and they laughing and nobody else in the room is laughing. That's hidden pain. That's usually hidden pain. That person who's laughing and just wearing your shoulder out and you wish you never sat by that person. So kind of look at that sometimes. If somebody does something, yeah, you're right. Sometimes you got to laugh to stop you from crying. But you get what I just said? Laugh to stop you from crying, meaning you're laughing because you're trying to hide the pain. So pay attention to that, guys. Let's see what we got here. We says, Friend Sean said, what? Julia said, from crying, laugh to keep, yeah. And now we got, Justin said, Tasha, he had somebody used to tear his arm up. And I would tell you this, that person was probably in a lot of pain and just really trying to occupy that space in the room and deal with everything and everyone because they're so used to being the different one. The different one, the hurt one, the bullied one. Maybe that person was bullied a lot. Maybe that person get picked last all the time for events, sports. So yeah, again, if that's you, look into it, okay? Look into it and see why you're always laughing when my mom and dad used to say, ain't nothing funny. Why are you laughing when ain't nothing funny? Ain't nothing funny. Y'all tap them hearts for me. Tap them hearts for me, guys. Bring people into this live with me. Tap this. And thank you guys for this here tonight. Thank you guys. And every time she laughs, she starts slapboxing. Okay, guys, we're going to do a couple of more of these, and we're getting near the time to quit, so I'm enjoying this, and I'm hoping and praying that you guys are looking at the way you behave a little bit different, and you're going to be able to look further into things that you do and say, hey, why am I doing this? What's the root cause of this? Is this normal behavior? Is this something I need to change? Is this something that my subconscious mind has got me doing that's just automatic, like my heartbeat, like when I show up at work instantaneously without even knowing how I got there, okay? Your shoulders should be sore. Okay, guys. So here we go. Let's see. Ooh, y'all. Look, y'all going to be able to relate to this. You're going to be relate to this. Do you replay conversations in your head and think about better answers? Do you replay conversations? Let's say, for instance, someone says something to you and you don't respond in a manner in which you thought you could respond, or you don't respond at all. It could be something like somebody says something rude to you, or somebody says says something to you at work and wants you to do their job and you don't say anything. You ever had them people at work that try to get you to do their work and your work too, and you do it, but then later on you go home, you think about, did they just use me? Oh, did they just say that to me? Because I should have said such and such to them. You know what I'm talking about? You know those people? Yes, I be having full-blown conversations with myself. And sometimes I be like, wait, who are they talking to? Honey, you hit the nail on the head. You can relate. You can relate. Now, let me ask you this. Is that healthy or is that hidden hurt? What do y'all think? Hit those hearts for me, guys. Is that healthy or is that hidden hurt for you to actually leave the scene of the crime and sit back and think about what you could have said, or think about, I'm not going to do that no more, or did they just use me? You respond after the fact, but you don't tell them or put them in their place or say what you want to say. Is that healthy or is that unhealthy behavior? Franshawn says it's unhealthy. Guys, what do y'all think? Is Franshawn right? Tell me, do y'all think Franshawn is right? Let's put Franshawn on the mark right now. Tell me, is Franshawn right with that answer, or is she wrong? How many of y'all think Franshawn is right? She said that not responding to that person at the time is healthy, that they go home later on and think about it. You say it's healthy. That's what I said, Franshawn. Maybe I made a mistake. Okay. Is that healthy? Friend Sean says it's healthy to go home later and think about it and say something to herself and decide what she should have said or what she should have done. Guys, is Friend Sean right or is Friend Sean wrong? Friend Sean said that it's healthy. Somebody tell me. Somebody type in there that Friend Sean's right or Friend Sean's wrong. Is Friend Sean right for saying healthy? Let me get one answer, guys. Tell somebody, come on, somebody answer for me so I can give y'all the answer. Let's see here. What do you think, Justin? What do you think, Gwen? What do you think, Julia? Do you think, okay, Friend Sean said she's right. And Julia said that it's unhealthy. So is Julia right or is Friend Sean right? Who says Julia's right? Who says Friend Sean? Team Julia or Team Fanny? Tell me, Team Friend Sean? Okay, Justin says unhealthy. Unhealthy, okay? So he's along with Julia, okay? And Friend Sean says she's right. So let's see what that is. Silence comes from learning. Okay, so, no. And guess what, guys? The answer is either way. It is either way. In my opinion, I think it's good that you say something. And it's good that you wait till later, because sometimes you can say something that you regret you said. And sometimes you might be wrong accusing that person of having you do something when that may be something that you needed to do. Or, maybe you're going to say something this time because you're all full of emotions that you can't take back. You ever been so emotionally upset with somebody that you say something that you can't take back? Because let me tell you something, it's never too late to call that person back up later and tell them how you felt, or to go back to the job later and say, look, you're responsible for taking out the trash. I did it for you yesterday, but I'm not doing it today. You had time to think about that, because yes, you could be kind of jumping the gun there. So friend Sean, Justin, Kayla, all of you guys were right there. Julia, you guys were all right. Great job. Great jobs. Look, when we run into people that say, oh, I always act like this. Oh, that's my personality. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I've been doing that since I was a kid. Sometimes pain shows up as personality, and it's not a personality trait. It's because you've been hurt. You've been put in situations that you had no control over, that were negative. So when you hear yourself say things, with people like, why do you do that all the time? And you just respond with, oh, because I always do that. That's just who I am. You can ask anybody. That don't make it right, honey. Just because you always do something that's negative or toxic, that don't make it right. If that's you, check on that. Ask yourself why. Find out the root cause of it. And you may need to heal from that. So be consciously aware of that too, honey. Sometimes that personality ain't just because that's who you are. It's because of what has happened to you that's bleeding into people that weren't the people that cut you. Does that make sense? Yes, honey, because sometimes we bleed all over people that weren't responsible for causing our pain. We put pain towards people. And we said that the other day when we were on live. We said, hurt people what? Hurt people what other people, y'all? Let me hear if y'all know that answer. Hurt people what other people? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know. Hurt people, hurt people. Thank you so much, Julia. Thank you so much, people. Because I want people to understand that you're hurting someone. If you're out here hurting other people, it's because you've been hurt. And then you've got to ask yourself why you're hurting people. And then you got to find the root cause as to why you're hurting people. What is happening? What happened in your life to cause you to want to hurt somebody? And how can you heal from that? How can you overcome that obstacle? And sweethearts, you guys can overcome anything. Remember that. So we're going to ask about 2 more questions, and then we're going to end this live. But I want to tell y'all that I'm so enjoying you guys. But before we go, guys, before I go to the next question, because we're going to ask about 2 or 3 more, and then we're going to get out of here, because I know everybody got to get ready for work, and it's almost 8:30. So tap those hearts for me, please, guys. Hit them likes. If you haven't already hit the likes, the thumbs up, hit all that for me, and let's move on. Let's go to the next question. A peaceful day feels strangely uncomfortable. Justin told me earlier that he had a peaceful day. While you were having that peaceful day, were you sitting there going, everything sounds good, or everything feels good, but oh, I'm scared because everything feels good? Or have you ever been in a situation where somebody say, hey, how's everything going? How's the family going? You go, oh, everything going good, but oh, now that you ask me, I'm scared to say everything going good, because ooh, yeah, this is different. I'm scared to say everything going wrong good, because something might go wrong. Is that healthy or unhealthy behavior? Is that healthy or hidden hurt? Y'all tell me that. Francesca said hidden hurt. And I would tell you that is definitely hidden hurt, guys. That's hidden hurt. I'll tell you something. I remember having some experiences in my life where I had to deal with death. Several people in my family passed away. And then time passed and my life was calm. I didn't go to any more funerals. I didn't get any more calls about, oh, such and such. Did you hear such and such passed away? Y'all know them calls? Did you hear such and such passed away? And then someone asked me, how's everything going? I started getting worried. I said, oh my God, nothing's happening right now. I'm afraid to say that my life is good because something might happen. That's because I experienced trauma of loved ones that are no longer with me. So yes, that's hidden hurt. The pain from losing those people caused me to not feel so good about hearing that question, that simple question of how's life going, how's the family, and I had to get over that. And I had to accept the fact that it's okay to say that I had a peaceful day. It's okay to say that I had a peaceful month. It's okay to say that I've had some peaceful years. And if something happens again in my life traumatic, I already know to be more in tune with not holding on to those traumas. Because life happens. Life be lifing, guys. But we can't hold on to those traumas. We've got to be capable of letting those things go because it's healthy. Now, here's another question. You protect your space without feeling mean. So it's certain things that you don't want in your life. It's certain people that you can't have in your life. And you let people know without being mean. I don't like this in my life. I don't like drinking in my house. I don't like people calling my house certain times at night. If you tell people that you're protecting your space in a kind way, is that healthy or is that hidden hurt? Is that healthy or is that hidden hurt? Julia say that's healthy. And Julia, you're right, because boundaries are not rejection. You have to set your boundaries. If you have no boundaries, then you're not going to have peace. And if you don't have peace, honey, you're going to have bad health. You're gonna have financial issues. You're gonna have all kinds of situations if you don't put up boundaries. So make sure you're putting those boundaries up. And let me ask you this one right here: if someone is too nice too fast, do you trust it or question it? If somebody is too nice to you too fast, do you question it? And if you question it, is that healthy or is that hidden hurt? So yeah, somebody really nice to you, too fast. You just met this person and they doing all the right things in your life. All the right things, all the things you said you wanted. Do you question it? And you question it, is that healthy? If okay, just first y'all said that's hidden hurt. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, you can go either way with that answer because discernment is healthy. Suspicion can come from past hurt. So yeah, you could be using discernment. You could be like, or you can have some hidden pains, you know what I'm saying? So that can go either way. That person can be really legitimately, I'm about to create a word, guys. It's legitimately, okay? Legitimately. They could be legitimately nice to you, or they could have a hidden agenda. So yeah, y'all can be right on that. And the last question of the night, guys, and I want everybody to hit those hearts for me right quick before we go to this last question of the night. Hit those hearts for me before we get to the last question of the night. Let me see the screen light up, everybody. There you go. Give me those hearts. The last question of the night is, have you ever thought, why does peace almost feel unfamiliar? Have you been in peaceful situation and go, this is weird. I'm not used to this. And is that a healthy thing or is that a hidden hurt? How you gonna be like that and you don't know me? Okay. So, guys, that's hidden hurt because the body is gonna practice. The body is going to trust what it often practice it more often. So let me say this: if you've been more so through situations that were not so peaceful, even during peace, you're gonna worry, okay? Because you're just not used to peace, and you like something's off. But peace has to start being your norm, and that's another reason why I'm having this live, because peace has to become your norm, okay? Because again, I told you, healthy habits bring peace, and hidden hurt protects pain. You want to put up more healthy habits in your life and remove those hidden pains from your life so that you can have a prosperous life, okay? Because that's what life is about. Life is meant to be lived with love, you know? So take a look at your life, change the things that need to be changed. Because you are some amazing people. I know a lot of you in here on live. I know who you are. And I know that no one's perfect, self included. And I understand that we have to stop, smell the roses, and do the work that it takes to keep those roses growing, okay? And when I say roses, I mean the good things in our life, our health, our finance, our families, things that matter, our spirituality. We have to do the work to make those things continuously grow. Because if you're not growing in life, then you're not living. You're just alive. And we're not here to just exist. There are so many opportunities in this world that are amazing, and you deserve each and every one of those opportunities. So never stop growing. That means looking into your life, looking into your habits, and determining if what you do, why you do it, if it's being done because of growth or is it being done because of hidden pains that you've experienced through life, okay? I love you guys. I am going to be live every Sunday. I've committed, and when I say that out loud, now, okay, if an emergency happens, that's understanding. But outside of that, I'm going to be live every Sunday at 7:30. So please join me here on Sundays at 7:30. I love you guys, and thank you guys. Thank you, friend Sean. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Tia. Thank you, Gwen, thank you. Everybody, and if I've missed your name, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. Thank everybody. Thank Michaela. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for being here. So I love you guys, and I'll see y'all next Sunday. Bye-bye. Good night.